From the Oakland Hills to Jack London Square, from the port to the Coliseum, this is Talk of the Town, an in-depth conversation about the people and issues important to Oakland.
Hello, I'm Dave Clark. I'm your host, and I thank you so much for being with us here on Talk of the Town. Got a great program for you and two great people I want you to meet. I'm very excited because they're doing great things. Now, my guest first, Sheryl Grant. This is Sheryl Grant. She's not only a motivational speaker, she has a great program, Fit for Life. She's also a bodybuilder. You look great. We'll talk more about that too. And many other things. You're a great speaker, and I'm so glad that you're here. And Donna Ruff, who's the president of the WRMSC, the Western Regional Minority Supplier Development Council. Donna, I'm glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here too.
Now, there's a big event coming up on May the 10th. What's coming up on May 10th?
It is our gala. We do an annual gala where we award businesses and corporations within our footprint and celebrate them with the good work that we're doing in advocating for our minority-owned businesses.
Now, that's May 10th. Where's it going to be?
It's going to be at the Oakland Scottish Rite Temple.
It's a great place.
Yes.
So you're working with minority businesses, male or female-owned businesses, black and brown. Tell me more about what you do.
So our organization is one of 23 regional affiliates across the nation. Our footprint is Northern California, Nevada, and Hawaii. And we advocate for business opportunities for our minority-owned businesses. We network them with other corporations through buyers, bids, contracts, help them to find access to capital. We provide opportunities where they can network with these organizations and be able to really grow and sustain the communities that we live in. They grow these companies, they provide jobs. The local corporate members to our organization spend more than $3 billion with these diverse-owned businesses. And they are all inclusive in their supply chain to make sure that there are opportunities for all of us in closing that wealth gap.
Is it a good time now? Or what do you think the status of what it is you're doing?
Oh, I think it's always a great time.
Yeah.
You know, doing business with those who look like us is always good business.
Okay.
You know, and it is a good time. We are having some things that are happening on, in the peripheral with this attack on DEI, but we are still marching forward, still leading the charge. These businesses are not looking for handouts, they're looking for opportunities, and they're capable.
And there are some great businesses. And there's a great lady sitting next to you. I'm so glad you're here, and you're doing so many great things, Sheryl. Tell me the things that you're doing along with being a champion bodybuilder.
Well, if I could take us a little bit back as how I even got here. I was in corporate for 30 plus years working for companies like Hewlett Packard, Dell, and Yahoo. And for most, Dave would consider it to be a glass ceiling, but for women of color, it is a brick ceiling. And there's a difference between the two. One is penetratable and the other one is not. You need special tools. And by the time you get the tools to dismantle one brick, it seems that two more bricks has been put in its place. And because I couldn't transform corporations or systemic systems, I decided to go on a journey to transform myself. And that journey led me to become Miss Olympia at the age of 55. And
now, that's no small achievement. No. Miss Olympia that's a prestigious bodybuilding achievement.
It is. And I'm honored, but it did so much for me, David. Not only transformed my body, it transformed my mind. And that's how I came up with my company, Fit for Life. And Fit for me is a play on words. Fit stands for faith, intuition, and tenacity. I build the person, and it's about my building yourself. And then I have the C4 matrix, which is equally important. And how do you scale yourself? Once you've transformed, how do you continue to scale yourself? So both of those components put together are so important. And for me, the journey to fitness, it was really profound for me, Dave, in that the brick wall that I talked about, or the brick ceiling, what I realized on my journey is that I had also created that same brick ceiling in my own mind. So it's a double conundrum of me working through both. But what this methodology that I've created, a proprietary methodology, taught me how to push through and really live a life, not only for a moment, but being fit for life. That's what's really important to me.
That's no easy thing. Did you have any help in forming that change in your mind?
You never do anything alone.
Yeah.
I think it's all about teamwork. So when I talk about the mindset, your mindset, mental issues are very real. I mean, people are going through a lot of mental challenges just with the world and all that's going on. So we need tools. It's not so much to tell somebody to be mentally fit or to be mentally well. You have to have the tools in which to do that. And that's what I fundamentally came up with. Fit, again, stands for faith, intuition, and tenacity. But the F for me is about really understanding your own intrinsic value. What do you bring to the table? Then understanding how does that value impact those that are around you. And then when you couple those together, the tenacity to go forth in the world to live your best life. And when I talked about sustainability or scalability, I came up with something called the C4 matrix, and we can talk about that I'm sure a little later, but C4 matrix is powerful, it's simple, and it's this. Everything starts with communication, which creates connection.
Yes.
Connection creates collaboration. And collaboration creates community. And then there's a hidden C, and that's change, and that's true transformation. So for me, it's not just about, you want to be mentally well, but you want the tools necessary to sustain it over a lifetime in everything that you do. Not only in your finances, but in your business, in your community. You want those tools to live your most amazing life.
I like you. And you and I have known each other for a long time, and I'm really, really proud of you. How did you two come together? How did you meet or get to know each other?
We actually got to meet at an event where some small businesses were actually talking about their businesses, and I had the pleasure of meeting Sheryl there. What she says about community and scalability, the sustainability behind that in the small businesses that are within our community is really the life force of what we have going on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful to absolutely have the pleasure of getting to know this woman here.
Well, we have a lot of familiar, a couple of different things. So I was speaking at the event. Actually, JP Chase Morgan was hosting the event.
Yes.
And I was speaking at the event, and I met Donna. It was an instant connection, but we have a lot in common, Donna and I. We share the same birthday.
Do you really?
Yes, we do.
Belated happy birthday.
It's in December, so we got
All right.
we got a while to go, and we share the same number, favorite number 3, and her passion for community, her passion to really transcend the way that businesses get opportunities, as well as bringing corporations and NBEs together, was really just music to my ears, because I too am passionate about the community. And when I see Donna and what she's doing, not only traveling around the country, just really, really tapping into the resources necessary to help those businesses. For me, it was I don't want to say marriage, Donna, we're not going to get married, but marriage made in heaven.
Absolutely.
It was because of the collaboration, just of what she's doing in the world.
I was going to ask you both, how does it feel when you meet someone with a like mind, like the two of you, the way you think about what you want to see happen? How does it feel? How does it make you feel?
Well, for me, I'm going to say it is the lifeblood of everything that I do. That is the passion. And I think we often in life focus on all the things that don't work versus the things that do. There's so many things that we are so much alike to look at the differences. So when you talk about like minds coming together, that's power. Because that's the collaboration that I was talking about. That's the community building that I was talking about. When we come together as a community, like we are working with WRMSDC, we can change the world. Literally.
Absolutely.
Literally change the world.
Well, let's hold that thought, because I want to find out more about how you want to change the world. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here with Donna Ruff and Sheryl Grant right here on Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Dave Clark. Thank you for being with us again. And I have my two guests, Sheryl Grant and Donna Ruff. And we're talking about minority businesses. You're based in Oakland, and I'll tell you more about her organization, but it's based in Oakland, and you were talking about how you've been on all sides when it comes to minority business. Explain that.
Yeah, so with our organization, we have our minority-owned businesses, we have the corporate supporters, and then we have the advocacy, of course.
Yeah.
And I've actually worked for a corporation for many years prior to me joining the council. And then I've also worked as that prime supplier, which a lot of these corporations look to for those initial contracts. And so now coming full circle, I'm on the advocacy side of being able to advocate for these businesses, you know, and being able to communicate from both sides of that table what the corporations are looking for from these minority-owned businesses, and helping to explain the hurdles that these minority-owned businesses need to jump over, you know, with the corporations as well.
Now tell me some of those hurdles.
Oh gosh, so some of these hurdles could be, you know, not being scalable enough, or not having just the corporate readiness, you know, which is a program that we have in helping them to understand what they need to do to work with these corporations, having a health and safety plan, having your business continuity, understanding what your finances look like. And we have a slew of courses for these businesses to help them understand and get that those skills and knowledge.
Now, the big event, the gala, is coming up on May 10th. What are we going to see there? What are we going to hear there?
So at the gala, we are going to hear Ms. Sheryl Grant speaking, who is our keynote.
Yeah.
We are celebrating the corporations that support the council. These are Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies that support this organization and the good work that we're doing. We're celebrating the MBEs within our community who have worked really long and hard, whether they're working and doing business with one another or their contracts with these large corporations, and just the good work that they're doing in the community. We celebrate them on all fronts.
So when there's some business that's watching us right now saying, wait a minute, I need to talk to Donna Ruff, I need to talk to Sheryl Grant, how can they get in contact with the organization?
Absolutely. They can reach out and send me an email at donna@wrmsdc.org. I am happy to connect them with anyone on my team, whether they're looking at certification, which is a national certification that recognizes these businesses throughout the entire nation that they can utilize, and it validates those businesses with a lot of the corporations that we work with. And I'm happy to connect them with that team and help them on this journey.
Is there a phone number they can call, or you prefer reaching out online?
Oh, absolutely. They can call 510-686-2555.
Good. And again, this is the Western Regional Minority Supplier Development Council. The gala's coming up on May 10th. Sheryl, what do you like most about being a transformational leader, speaker, motivation person? What do you like most about it?
My passion is to inspire and uplift. One of my goals, Dave, is to impact the lives of over 50 million people around the globe. That's a lofty goal, but a part of that is because I like to see people thrive, not just survive. And I think we've been long in a state of survival, and we need to help each other to thrive in this world. And I think that there's more than enough for all of us to be able to do that and to make that happen. But it really does come from us coming together as one and really forging ahead for that North Star and creating a better life for ourselves and our communities. So when I talk about fit for life, I am also talking about it from the perspective of your physical health, but really more importantly about your mental health. And how do I get people, I even with fitness, I have people come up all the time, Dave, and say, Sheryl, would you give me your recipe? Or Sheryl, would you show me what your workout routine?
Right.
And I can do that, and I have done that. But what I have found that is if you're not ready here, you won't commit the discipline necessary to get in the gym to make the true transformation. And I think people really miss a poignant thing about fitness. It's more than just about taking it. Your health is very important, but it really is a mental shift of how you show up in every area of your life. Your business, your family, your home, your community, in every area of your life. I think it's the key, it's an elixir to youthfulness. I believe that.
And one thing I do want to point out, you've done a tremendous job leading your son, a very impressive young man. I want to brag on him too. He's here in the studio with us, but you should be proud of that. You've done good.
Well, thank you. And I'm proud of both of my sons. Both of them. I mean, I'm proud that they went to college, they both graduated, and they're my business partners. So I have a family business, and without them, there's no such thing as I.
Yeah.
It's a team effort. I could not do the work that I'm doing. They are on the edge of social media, content development. My youngest son, both my older but my youngest son graduated from Cal Berkeley, All-American, I might add.
Excuse me.
Thank you very much. So, he hates when I do that.
That's
He hates when I do that.
We already did it.
But he also he's studied consumer behavior, so he helps me with my content and how I'm branding myself and putting the messaging out there. We now have, specifically because of him, well over 200,000 followers and growing across all our social media platforms. And the reach is very important when I talk to you about reaching 50 million people. Yeah. How are you going to do it? How do you get the message out? And because when most people look at me, they look at me as a fitness trainer. I don't do personal training. I'm about helping people to transform. I do that not only for individuals, but I also do it for corporations, where I come in and build the culture and helping people to really make the shift. And especially in the climate that we're in right now, we need tools more than we ever have. And so that's what I'm passionate about.
Donna, go back to you. Your organization is a great organization, not only works with Black people, but brown people and others as well. Explain that.
So it is all ethnic minorities that are 51% owned and operated by that ethnic minority. And that's how we are able to certify these businesses and help them, find opportunities and to continue to grow. So the community is large.
It is large.
And vast. And I've said that our footprint covers Northern California, Nevada, and Hawaii. So we have a very, very large footprint, very, very diverse industries that we target and that we task and work with. The corporations look to us to find these businesses, to all of these minority-owned businesses, and we can provide them access to our database, provide them the information that they need to reach out to these companies. And then very similarly, they also participate and sponsor our events. We have networking where we're doing expos and seminars and matchmaking with these corporations where they're able to sit down and have an actual conversation with the decision makers and the buyers from those corporations on what they're looking for, and hopefully getting to contracts and, truly just growing their company and being able to scale.
Wow. We're about to take another break, but quickly, is there one business that minority companies should be targeting, or what type of business is in demand right now, would you say?
Oh, I don't know if there's any one particular business, because, we can cover so many different industries. Construction is a big deal. A lot of residential construction now are looking for a lot of minority-owned businesses as well. So there are some really great events that are targeted behind that. We have a great group of construction companies that support our organization and industry-led. So I would say, a lot of the emerging markets in technology, AI. Would be some of the biggest.
We'll talk more about that.
Absolutely.
I'm talking to Donna Ruff, Sheryl Grant. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Dave Clark. Thank you for being my guest. And thank you for my two guests who are here, Donna Ruff and Sheryl Grant. Donna, I'm going to you first. There's something that you really want to say about your organization, and I can't quickly say you're the Western Regional Minority Supplier Development Council.
Yes, it is a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, but you're doing a lot with that mouthful.
Yes, we are doing a lot. We have some really great programming that is free. to these minority-owned
Emphasize
businesses.
that. It's free.
Free to these minority-owned businesses. And what these programs are doing are they're helping them to really get the skills and knowledge they need to be able to contract and partner with our corporations. So one is called the Corporate Readiness Program, and those are going to be for your earlier, younger companies that are just getting their feet wet. And it helps them to understand just, their access to capital, then, financing, their corporate readiness in cybersecurity, health and safety, their business continuity plan. So God forbid we ever have another COVID incident and we have to shut down, they understand how they can continue to move forward. The other program is our Business Growth Accelerator program, and these are for businesses that are looking to scale and giving them the knowledge, the information that they need, the access to really doing that and growing their companies.
Now, when you say scale, explain in layman terms what it is you mean.
Whether it's scaling in size, whether it's scaling in adding to their portfolio, adding additional businesses to their portfolio, but how they can actually truly just grow, not just their revenues, but grow their companies along the way so they can actually really, truly have an impact, because the tax revenues that come from these businesses are what sustains our communities.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are creating these jobs. And within our footprint, we have more than 700,000 jobs that are created by minority-owned businesses.
Wow.
And that's a big deal.
That's a wow.
We have programs that can help them, and again, it's free. We have 2 programs coming up this May, so respectively on the 21st and the 22nd, and they can easily sign up if they're qualified to, and have a seat at the table there.
Now, talk about minority businesses in Oakland. How would you describe the condition of minority businesses in Oakland, and what's the perception of them?
The condition of the minority businesses in Oakland is they are a force to be reckoned with.
Okay.
They have the knowledge, the innovation that a lot of large corporations may not have. They're able to really help with cost avoidance for a lot of these corporations because they are so small, because they are able to be innovative, because they can navigate through things that a lot of the larger suppliers are not able to. I think that there is a lot of great businesses in the Oakland area and the surrounding areas that are not often given that opportunity to sit at the table, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help them find that seat at the table.
That sounds good. And Sheryl, that means a lot to you, and one of the reasons you're going to be the keynote speaker at the gala on May 10th, but you like working with this organization and doing things.
Yes, I alluded to it earlier, just their impact that they're making in the community, but I think there's a larger play here. We need the corporations to support these small businesses, and how corporations support is through sponsorship dollars. And these corporations, when they're supporting these businesses, it's not just about the business. It's really about the impact of the community, because these are moms and dads that have children that are in our school systems. They have health issues or health concerns, and we want to make sure that we're fueling them. And small businesses are what fuels our economy. So it's so important that we look at this as a holistic ecosystem and not as a part. It's not about a division, it's about unity. And how do we come together to make our communities the best communities out there, no matter where you are, no matter where you sit? How do we come together? And for me, the passion in working with Donna is to use my expertise in working with corporations, bringing strategic partnerships where I can help her to leverage that, as well as going in and doing any kind of cultural shifts that we can help develop and grow these businesses in addition to what she already has in place. So this is not only a need, it's a necessity. It's really a necessity.
And Donna, are there tickets still available for the gala?
Yes, there are. Tickets
you were happy to say that.
I am happy to say that. And I can absolutely provide that. You can email our events at wrmsdc.org or email me, Donna@wrmsdc.org, and I'm happy to.
We're going to put that on the screen, too.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Get that to you.
That's important to say.
It is important to say. We have a theme. It's This Is Me, followed, after The Greatest Showman. So it'll be themed. We have some wonderful entertainment that'll be there, and of course Sheryl speaking. It is a wonderful time. It just, we've done this well for many years, and it just continues to get bigger and better. So we're super excited and so happy to be able to have it right here in Oakland, supporting our community.
Wow. What do you envision from 5 years from now, if you can think that far ahead, or do you?
Oh, I do think that far ahead.
Yeah, I know. I figured you did.
I envision, the council not only helping just the Bay Area, but helping, our entire footprint. We are scaling in Sacramento. We are scaling down south in San Jose, in the Reno, Nevada area. We are growing in in Las Vegas as well, and Hawaii. So that's the vision, to make sure that we're continuing to grow. We've been the #1 council throughout the national organization 3 times in the last 5 years. So it's something to be proud of.
I'm giving you pops on that.
Absolutely, and we just
great.
want to continue this growth. There are a lot of businesses that can use the assistance and the recognition there.
Well, I'm claiming it on credit. Now, we're running out of time, but I just want to say thank you, Sheryl Grant,
Thank you, Dave.
Donna Ruff,
Thank you.
the great organization, the Western Regional Minority Supplier Development Council. I try to say that fast, but I can't. But I don't need to say it fast because it's worth saying. Congratulations on what you're doing.
Yes.
Congratulations on what you will be doing.
Yes.
I'm proud of you both.
Thank you, Dave.
And I thank you both for being here.
And
Thank
Dave,
you.
It's
Dave,
my
thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you for your leadership in this community, continuing to create a platform where we have a voice to speak. I want to say thank you.
You're quite welcome. And I thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.